Why couldn't you have convinced me all those years ago after I moved in with you to do Titans fan reaction videos? I never thought I'd see the day when this Preds team was so bad. They're just bad! Well, yeah, I was a Preds fan all those years ago, back when I was in high school, just a little bit longer than I was a Titans fan. So, when it came time for me to figure out how to express my passion for this team, and you were already my roommate, I thought, what the hell? Thank God the Titans are leading the AFC South and most likely, barring a collapse, are going to make the playoffs come January, or else I'd be going crazy over our sucky teams. Well, Jersey guy, I have an idea that I'm going to talk about in this recap that might help you feel just a little bit better, even if it's just momentarily. Preds lose 5-3 to the Colorado Avalanche in Denver, Colorado, inside of Ball Arena Thursday night. Now, something I'm going to prepare you for early in this recap. When I get real frustrated, and I think it's going to frustrate you, whatever I'm going to talk about tonight, I am going to put up a picture of Pekka Rinne with puppies, and it's going to make us all feel better, if just for the moment, because if I don't have nights like this, when I do things like this for me, for you, I am going to give myself a heart attack by game 82. What game number is this? Oh, 14. Okay. Only barely 15-20% of the season done. Okay, here we go. Let's demonstrate. Here's a picture of Pekka Rinne with puppies. Going into this 5-game road trip, especially after how they performed last week against Edmonton, I said that they would have to go on to win at least 3, hopefully 4, to show me they had something, at least 3 of the 5 games. Well, guess what they did? They only won 2 of the 5, and in 4 of the 5, they allowed the other team to score at least 3 goals. I'm glad they had the comeback win against Vancouver, but maybe to add more salt to the wound, to piss off the fan base and the front office more, to have made a change by now, maybe they should have lost that game in Vancouver outright. Okay, that's the moment for another picture of Pekka Rinne with puppies. Can this team honestly go 2 consecutive games with the same roster, 2 or 3 consecutive games with the same roster without shaking things up? How is anybody supposed to gel? Tonight you had Tolvanen and Glass and Carrier back into the lineup, and you had people like Glass and Gross back being scratched, and like the fans have been crying for this forever. And then also you had Colton Sissons moving up to the second line. Like, why? If anybody from the third line should graduate to the second line to see what they can do for it, it should be Tanner Jeannot. But it's just rolling around a lottery ball to see what is going to shake out and be put on the ice on any given night for this team. I'm done with this team. I'm done having any belief in them. Oh no, don't worry. I will be here. I want to grow my audience on this channel. I'll watch every single Preds game until the team, heaven forbid, doesn't exist in Nashville or I pass away. But I have given up any hope of this team making the playoffs. And yes, I know it's only 14 games into the season. I am not buying tickets for when the Preds return in the latter half of the season to Vancouver. My heart does not deserve this torment. You know, after Tuesday's embarrassing performance in Seattle, I fell into the trap after one period, especially when they took the lead, and then we're only tied after one. It's like, oh, maybe tonight is a different Preds team. Most certainly it is a different Preds team, because they didn't have the collapse in the first period, they had the collapse in the second period. Okay. One more picture of Pekka Rinne with puppies. In that second period, 2 consecutive goals by Logan O'Connor. Mikko Rantanen breakaway that right when he had the breakaway, I said out loud where I was watching the game and on Twitter, that's ball game. And sure enough, he put the game away 4-1. And for good measure, Evan Rodriguez made it 5-1. Lankinen, who was in net for the Preds, yeah, I can't really blame him for anything, because giving up breakaways. You can't really expect your goalie to always know how the skater's going to go. He had no offensive support except having a lead early. And then, garbage time goals when it was already 5-1. Avs making it 5-2 on Johansson's goal late in the second period, and then Yossi makes it 5-3. Well, that would have been a whole lot more helpful for momentum if you had done that sooner in the game when you weren't out of it. And with the Lankinen start, I was okay with giving Saros the night off. He isn't himself right now. He's not forgotten or should be tossed aside, but it's nice to have Lankinen have a start, give Saros that extra rest, maybe to figure things out, even though my faith in him or this team right now is wearing thin. I thought this team might have some pride within them. For the first time, they were playing the team that defeated them in the first round of the playoffs last year in a sweep to make the game a little more competitive and maybe win or maybe even lose in overtime or a shootout. But nope, I can't expect that out of them. None of the 5 wins, see, I'm even forgetting because this team frustrates me so much. None of the 5 wins this team has right now is against teams that are holding down a playoff spot. Like I said in Tuesday's video, I want to see that the fans are as ticked off as I am, and I can't go to games in Nashville because obviously I don't live there. I live in Vancouver and try to lead change. I want to see, I love to hear the fans boo, not every game, just the first game home from a road trip, and send a message to fight against the Rangers on Saturday. Boo that Preds starting lineup. Don't boo the Rangers starting lineup. Not necessarily applaud them, but send a message that you're not satisfied with how this team is playing right now. And, well, the only way this front office is going to listen, because they signed Hines to a 2-year extension in the offseason after losing to Colorado, is to not go to games. You can still love this team. I'm not telling you to bandwagon jump to any other team, heaven forbid, in the Central Division or any other team in the league. Watch the team at home. I'm still going to be watching every game this season and fan reacting to it, but I am not going to spend my personal hard-earned money on NHL.com's store or the Preds online store, at least this season, out of my own pocket, until I start to see some improvement. Maybe not wins, but more effort in games for the full 60 minutes consecutively back-to-back, and maybe even a 3-game winning streak. Is that so hard to ask for from this team? I don't know. The Preds don't have it tonight, and other than that, because I wanted to save my heart rate of not getting this face all red, potentially getting heavy breathing, and giving myself chest pains, I've been pacing myself, and that's it for this fan reaction. Here's one more picture of Pekka Rinne with puppies to send us all off in a positive mood and forget about yet another Preds loss. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really like it. You can find my social media, as always, by clicking on a channel name. Tell all your friends about Redemption. Brace yourself, Preds fans, and think of Pekka Rinne with puppies. Only 68 more games left to go in probably the biggest nightmare of a season in a long time for this team.